Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we've got some more doll news about the Monster High Creeproductions, and I was going to cover this yesterday because this is when all the photos went online, but I chose not to because I was hoping maybe Cleo and Deuce's reproduction pack would get leaked and I could include it in the video together, but still nothing on them. We still just have that one blurry photo that I included in my previous video. So all credit for these photos go to Cleo's Nile on Instagram. They are the owner of these dolls currently, and I just want to say to y'all, don't pay over $100 for these dolls. They're gonna be out soon. Like, they're set to release next year. This Palmart store just got them early. They're not an exclusive to Palmart. Palmart just has them early, which means they're like currently the exclusive retailer for them, but it's not going to last. They're gonna be on Amazon, they're gonna be on Walmart, maybe on Target's website. I don't remember if Target got the first wave, but yeah, hopefully they'll be available everywhere and they won't be that difficult to get. So yeah, with that said, let's get into it. So just as a quick refresh, here are what the three reproductions look like, or Creeproductions, I have to use the funny pun. So something interesting people pointed out about Abbey is that Mattel does not have the copyright to the name Shiver anymore, which was the previous name of Abby's pet. I suspect Nintendo has it because of the character of the same name in Splatoon 3. So, I don't know, I could be wrong, but, if you look at the other characters, like here's Ghoulia, there's an additional bubble next to the bubble that, Sir Hootsalot is attached to, that of course says the name on it. And Abby's pet totally just doesn't have that bubble. It's the same with Spectra. Spectra's pet says Ruin. Is that how you say it? Ruin? Ruhen? I just think it's Ruin. I'm thinking about it too hard. But, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I didn't notice it in my initial video, but Abby's pet just doesn't say what the name is. I'm wondering what the diary is going to do. Like, I'm not sure if the diary is still going to say Pet Shiver, or if it's just going to say, like, Tundra, maybe. I don't know, maybe they're, like, gonna change the name. I have no idea. I'm just speculating. So, we've seen these photos. Now let's look at them out of box. So here's what all three dolls look like fresh out of box. Keep in mind, these dolls have not had their hair washed. This is literally what they looked like fresh out of the box. The person who took these photos, Cleo's Nile, had basically just unboxed them and then did a live stream answering people's questions. So, in terms of their faces, I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty one-to-one with the originals for the most part. Like, Spectra, I'd say, is the best facially. Spectra basically looks exactly like her original doll. I do own all three of these. I have both variants of Ghoulia even. When I say variants, I mean like Ghoulia's original release and then her School's Out 2011 like reproduction release, kind of like a reissue, if you will. So yeah, I've got both versions of Ghoulia and I would say she more closely resembles, I want to say the 2011 version. The 2010 version, the 2010 original, just had, like, bigger lips. Like, her lips looked a bit bigger, like a bit fuller. But, overall, I don't see much of a difference between the two. As for Abbey, she still looks like a combination of both of her variants to me, which I think makes her stand out, actually. I actually kind of like when the Creeproductions have, like, a slightly different face. Like, Draculaura and Claudine both look pretty significantly different to their originals. Laguna lost the wonkiness she used to have, which I'm not sure if it was better or worse, but I do prefer my 2010 Laguna. I personally have a very pretty one. And then Frankie looked probably the most different, in my opinion. But, yeah, overall, these three are pretty accurate. This is what their box hair looked like, and, it turns out that Spectra has poly hair. The other two have Saran. Ghoulia and Abbey both have Saran, but somehow Spectra got the short end of the stick and ended up with poly, which is definitely unfortunate because we have yet to have an alumni Monster High doll release with poly hair. Usually it's only G3. Though it has been said that Barbie uses poly for collector dolls. My mom has that unicorn collector doll from the Fantasy collection, and she has poly hair, so it's something I was aware of, but I was hoping wouldn't seep into Monster High. But with the release of Spectra, it seems to have. Yeah. So here's a close-up of Creeproduction Ghoulia, and here she is with an original Ghoulia. So I got this photo online from Flickr. I would have taken a photo of my own doll, but her glasses don't want to move. They're not glued to her face or anything, but they're like in her hair in such a way that I'm certain the person who owned her before me just never took her glasses off, and I don't want to mess her whole hairstyle up. She has Kanekalon, which is annoying to deal with. So, yeah, this is the original Ghoulia. You can see what I meant about the lips. She just had much, like, bigger, fuller lips on her original doll, whereas the Creeproduction's lips are a bit smaller, more akin to the 2011 re-release where she had smaller lips. Honestly, I think both Ghoulia faces are good. Like, this one's still cute. It still has charm to it, and she still has the pencil-thin brows, which that's basically a staple of Ghoulia's face in G1. All in all, the two look pretty similar. They color matched the original Kanekalon hair to the Saran very well. Easily could have done the same for Spectra. I don't know why they chose Polly. So, yeah, everything looks pretty samey when we compare, like, the cherry print top. I'm just, like, staring at this now myself. I guess it looks a little different, but not really that bad. Not that noticeable. Her shirt, bodysuit, does look different. The stripes are thinner on the original. They're a bit thicker on the reproduction. So, all in all, she's a pretty accurate Creeproduction overall. Just a couple things here and there that are different. And, of course, facially, she's pretty close. She's pretty close. It's just the lips. So here's the close-up of Abbey's face, and here are both of Abbey's face variants. Because I don't remember which is the China and which is the Indonesia variant, I'm just going to be referring to them as the doll on the left and the doll on the right. So, I hope you guys know your left and right, so nobody gets confused listening to me talk. So, alright, let's just do this. I think she looks more like the doll on the right than she does the doll on the left. And I'd say it's pretty obvious overall. In terms of how her eyebrows look, they're thicker, which is exactly how the doll on the right looks. She's got thicker eyebrows compared to the doll on the left who has thinner eyebrows. Personally, the Abbey that I own is the one on the left. I really want the variant on the right, but I've just never been able to find her. I want her, though. Like, I'll even take her nude because I have most of Abbey's outfit and I can easily dress her in it. So, if anybody has the Abbey on the right with, like, her arm cuffs, maybe her headband, that's all I need. I've got everything else that I need just about, so I guess contact me if you're willing to sell me that Abbey. I would definitely be interested. Overall, Abbey, I'd say the one thing that sticks out about her is the glitter. It's very visible. Like, Abbey's always had glittery skin. It was basically a staple of her in G1, which is why it's a little odd she doesn't have it in G3, but personally I don't mind it that much. So, the glitter looks more three-dimensional on her. It's definitely more, like, visible and makes her skin look kind of textured, which in G1 she did also kind of have a bit of a texture to her skin due to the glitter, but I don't feel like it looks exactly the same, if that makes sense. One definite positive about this reproduction, though, is that her hair will not have glue seepage. I believe Mattel burns the hair into the head now, so it stays in without glue, and the glue doesn't seep. You can probably tell that these dolls both have very yellow hair in these pictures. That's due to glue seepage. So basically, this new doll won't have that problem. And finally, we reach Spectra. So, she, in my opinion, has the closest face to her original. The other two, of course, have like little minor changes here and there which help them to stand out. I don't know what it is. Like, when reproductions happen, if they have like minor changes, I don't mind them terribly. I just think it helps the doll stand out more. Unless it's the Bratz Rock Angels reproductions. Those were bad. You guys remember the Rock Angels? What the fuck happened there? Anyway, here's the original Spectra. One change I would point out for sure is that the the eyeshadow is a more electric blue. It's still bright, but looks a lot more dull. I'm great with words. It looks dull. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, this doll's missing her earrings. Oh, this isn't a good photo to use. Here's another one. I couldn't find a good picture of this doll online for some reason. Like, I just wanted a secondhand one because I didn't want to use the hand-painted stock photo prototypes. Yeah, her earrings. So I heard somebody complain about the earrings. They said that they look different, but they look the same to me. Mostly black with a silver stud that goes into her ear. I don't know. Anyway, but facially, Spectra probably looks the best. I'm just a little bothered by how dull her eyeshadow looks. It's really strange. It's supposed to be very bright and stand out. Gives her that ghostly look to her eyes, you know? Bit strange. This one's also a bit wonky though, so maybe other ones look different. I don't know. So yeah, that's what the three look like. Overall, they're all pretty accurate, and I like them. I think they're I think they're very good. I almost said I think they're good and cool at the same time. That just would have been the word ghoul. I think they're ghoul. But yeah, their hair is definitely gonna be fun to wash. I do want to get these just to have out of box like I do my other Creeproductions. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to Spectra's poly though. I don't like poly hair. It's not good. I'm hoping that maybe people are just wrong about her having poly, but it's been backed by multiple people who were able to get her early, so yeah, Spectra has poly and the other two have Saran. It's truly, truly sad. Unfortunate, even. But yeah, enough yapping. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm calling it here. Feel free to leave your thoughts on these dolls in the comments below. And just bear in mind, these dolls are going to be for sale next year. They might come out earlier, but so far it's seeming like they're set to release in January. And at this point, I hope it's in January. I can't buy anything else this year. There's been too many dolls. There's too many. I can't do this anymore. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!